What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk to you about what's happening behind the scenes, all insinuating that something big is coming to Lucid very soon. But I'm going to go over all of that fun jazz and the latest news, which in general in itself is very positive. Before I do, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe is always greatly appreciated. With that though, let's get right to it. So I just want to say welcome back to the 17s. As you can see, live ticker is going at the very bottom, 4.11% up, 2.6 million for volume, 20.6 is the average, and 158,000 shares being purchased by institutions on the secondary market. So that's within the first half an hour of the trading day, so it's definitely going to be a fairly good day. And today we are up largely because of GDP numbers. And like I've been saying, there's a couple pivotal points today, and that is Thursday and Friday. A lot of economic data coming out, and today's was GDP. Tomorrow is necessarily going to be PCE numbers and also Powell talking, but GDP is today, and it did come in lower. So still technically negative, but lower than the forecast, which in general is always a good thing. So that's what's giving the market a little bit more of a broader rally right now, or a value rally if you want to call it that. But there is a lot of good news that's coming out about EVs. Not necessarily just Lucid, but still will benefit Lucid. California is expected to ban new gas car sales by 2035 with a vote coming today. So that's definitely going to be a very big deal for EVs going forward. Again, you see this big movement within governments all doing this exact same thing, a huge movement and dependency to EVs. So I think you are going to see a lot of big things, and this is why you invest in, for instance, Lucid, a first year production company. By 2035, we're going to be doing a lot of magical things out there, and just imagine what is going to happen to the price. And what is being done in California is largely already been done and said in June of 2021 for Canada. So Canada is to ban sale of new fuel powered cars and light trucks from 2035. And in general though, I do believe that they're going to make it a lot more difficult for any of their pre-existing fuel powered vehicles to actually be registered. So I think there's going to be that huge transition by 2035. And these are huge pieces of news, and not necessarily just that though. I remember reading somewhere, I believe California actually has as much population just in that state as Canada does everywhere. So that might be interesting. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that, or maybe I'm just making that up. I remember reading it vaguely somewhere. I don't know the credibility of it. So this is why this is a very, very big deal. All of this in general though. So just be aware of all of that fun jazz. And like I always say, I'm not a financial advisor or a guru or anything. I'm just a very big Lucid fan, and I like to make a lot of money. So what is happening behind the scenes? I did notice something as far as the dark pool transactions. So this is all the transactions that occurred after hours yesterday. Someone bought 8.11 million, 4.35 million, and 2.44 million. And hands down, my first thought is that shorts are closing out the positions, which I did post this on Twitter. I get some feedback on that exact same thing, that it's shorts closing out the positions. But keep in mind, all I'm doing for the most part a lot of the day is to see abnormalities. So when I am looking, for instance, at Lucid, I am always checking the short interest. So I see those little blips when it goes up 2% and then it kind of retraces back. I see all of those. So again, when it comes down to it, it was not shorts closing out the positions, because on the contrary, shorts actually ended up adding to their position. So it's not necessarily them who was closing out the position. So these are a lot of big money, whether they knew GDP numbers ahead of the game and they just were trying to bet on that, they knew Lucid was going to go up. There's a lot of different circumstances that could happen. I'm just going to quickly hit refresh just so you see what is happening as of today within the first 30 minutes. And right now, not too much, but around 7 or 6 orders for today. So still a lot of big money is getting in. And similarly, if you are looking at the options, a lot of call options have been starting to be placed over the last several days, insinuating that there is a huge upside potential coming for Lucid. That's my own 2 cents on all of that. And despite even yesterday and today, shorts are still increasing their position. So they are very, very doubtful about the grand scheme of things about us going up. Again, good economic data is going to save this overall downtrend. And like I've been saying, GDP is the starting Point and PCE coming tomorrow, and Powell as well coming out tomorrow. So a lot of good reasoning to actually buy, especially with all this good economic data that is coming out. But with all that, just want to quickly give you a good recap on some actual what's happening on the technicals as well. I have the 5100, 200-day moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic momentum. Starting today, you do see a nice deviation on the stochastic, so black line above the red showing a nice bullish trend is wanting to form. On the actual chart, still in no man's land a little bit in the lower percentile of the Bollinger Band. Number of retail investors getting up there, so definitely looking out and panning out to be a very good day. With all that, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, and subscribe is always greatly appreciated. And also, if you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.